Today's video is going to show you how to do a chain stitch. Looks like that, or like this, which is a beginning stitch to most projects that do not go in a circle. So let's begin. An important thing is to match your string to your needle before you start a project. So we learned in the last video a slip knot. So we'll start with that. And we'll put our needle into the hole. Again, snug, but it should still move easily. Now the most important thing when you start crochet and for the chain stitch is your hand position. Now I apologize, I don't have a left-handed version of this. Your right hand is going to be holding your needle. Your left hand, thumb and middle finger are going to be holding your project. To start, it's going to be either that small string or right at that slip knot. Now, as you can see, I'm going to use my pointer finger, and the long string we're working with is going to go on that pointer finger. So holding my project with my middle and my thumb, long pointer finger, and I kind of curl my pinky and ring finger to just hold that string. Once you have this position ready, you're ready to begin. Now the chain stitch is going to hook the long string and pull it through the hole. We've done a chain already. Now you can hook under, which is my preference, or you can hook over, which is some preferences. They're going to make a little bit of a different look when you get to different stitches. I usually hook under. Now, if it's too tight, it's gonna be difficult to pull through the hole. So you can loosen it up a little bit there on your needle. So as I'm doing this chain stitch, my left hand is barely moving. When my chain gets long enough, I will pick up my thumb and middle finger and move it closer to the needle. So here we go, we are doing the chain stitch. One more time in slow motion, hook. I kind of hook vertically, and then I move my needle horizontal to pull it through the loop. And it will make like this. You can already make a bracelet if you like this look. And you can count your stitches by seeing the little V in each chain stitch. Now at the beginning I mentioned it's important to use the right string for the right needle, the right needle for the right string. I'm going to show you with this giant size 15mm needle with the same string and how it will look different. So you will usually have on your pattern which string to use, or on the yarn it will say. So here I'm doing the exact same thing. But now that I have this massive needle, it looks quite different when I do a chain stitch. See how that's different? If I use a thicker yarn, again, it's going to look different. So I'm going to show you the chain stitch with this 4mm needle and the thicker yarn. So this is a better match. And it's gonna look beautifully like a braid. And if I change to the big needle again, 15mm, it's gonna be quite different. So see how I started with the smaller needle and I moved to the bigger needle. So it depends on what project you're working on, if you want it to be a chunky or tight stitch. And finally, I'll show you with my fuzzy yarn. The chain stitch is great because you don't have to see your stitches necessarily. This type of yarn is harder to work with usually because it is hard to see your stitches. But with the chain stitch, you don't have to see or count. And it looks quite pretty. Now with all crochet, if you take your needle out and pull on the long string, you will erase all your stitches. Another important thing to remember is from your slip knot, you will have 2 strings hanging down. Make sure you are wrapping the long string around your left hand pointer finger and working with your long string. Otherwise, you will quickly run out of string. So I'm working with the long, the short one is just here attached to my right hand or hanging down. Thank you for watching. Happy crocheting.